Open the throttle now! Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. How are we?
I'm good. Took your time.
Well, fashionably late, I think.
Better late than never.
See, at least I'm here. It's been a long time coming.
Yes. I did think you'd be in a bike gear, but you're not. It's a different side to you.
I made an effort, especially for you. I even put sparkly shoes on.
Perfect.
Pink and girly.
Nice. So for new subscribers to your page and for people who don't know who you are, would you just like to introduce yourself and what you do on social media?
I am That Girl Biker and I ride bikes on social media. So I am mainly TikTok and Instagram sort of angled, and I'm very new to YouTube. I think YouTube's been up, 3 or 4 months now? So my YouTube page is mainly sort of ride outs, me doing maintenance on my bikes, vlogs, just places that we go, bike shows, anything like that.
So we've got a couple of questions and we're just going to run through them just to get to know you a bit and find out a bit more about you for people who
don't know who I am.
Yeah, don't
because
know
who
who
am
you
I?
are. Yeah. But let's start off with the elephant in the room. We have a bike sat next to you.
Yes, of course.
And for those of you who don't know, this is a
S1000RR.
BMW.
BMW S1000RR that's been remapped.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that bike and any other bikes that you've got? Just explain a bit about the history of them to people.
So this is a 2018. It has been remapped, like I mentioned. It's got quite an aggressive map on it, so it's a little bit nutty.
Just like the rider.
Yeah, just like me. I've had this, I think this was my 3rd season on it, this bike. So he's my big boy. He's like my adult, go out, blast around with a fast group of people is sort of the situation that I'd ride this bike in. My other bikes, I've got a couple of others. I have got a little Benelli 125, which I actually bought to sort of make into a bit of a hooligan bike, just to sort of whiz around, chuck around, maybe take her on a go-kart tracks. However, that didn't sort of materialise with that bike. He has been sort of adopted by Ashley, who is also on my YouTube channel. He's taken that on as his baby. So we'll get rid of that and get something else in, I think. The other main bike, my baby.
The one that everyone kind of spots and loves.
Yeah, I think that bike is associated with me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And that's my Gixxer. It's a K2, so it's 23 years old this year. Bright yellow.
I must say it's very well looked after.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely immaculate. He is in really good condition. But so I bought him before I'd even done a CBT.
Oh.
So I bought him many years ago, and it was just on an absolute whim. I'd just seen the bike and I was like, oh, I want it.
a goal bike to work towards, and your dream bike that you've got.
Yeah. I mean, it sat in the garage for 2 years before I'd even done the CBT. And
yeah. Good to look at.
Yeah. But yeah, he's any ride that isn't sort of fast and aggressive, he's my go-to.
So with each of your bikes, one, do they have names? And second of all, what accents would there be?
So, right, I don't name my bikes, I don't name my vehicles, because I find that really weird. You do, don't you?
Might do.
You 100% do name your bikes, don't you? What are your bikes called?
So the Daytona is Daisy.
Okay.
And the Street Triple is Trixie.
So you've named your bikes after strippers?
Yeah. And my car is Snowy, because it's a BMW, a white BMW. Snowy.
Yeah, no, I find it dead weird. Like, I know a lot of people do it, but I find it really weird that they name the bikes. Like, it's I mean, I call them my babies, so I don't know if that's weirder. Yeah, they're my babies, but yeah, no, I don't.
So no accents in either?
Yeah, they probably do have accents. That would be...
I think that'd be quite brutal, the BM.
Yeah.
It'd be like a southern... Like, you're
like,
mate.
All right, geezer!
Yeah.
All right, geezer! No, I don't... No, I think it'd be German.
German? This is how you ride me, yeah? That was Arnold Schwarzenegger, wasn't it? Up opens the throttle now. I don't know. What about the jigsaw then? That's
Japanese.
I can't do that.
Go on.
Oh, this how you are, yeah. You've got to edit that out.
I'm so glad that was you doing that, not me. I think he'd be an aggressive German, is what I think he would be. And then, I don't know, the Suzuki would just be more of a chill, go with it.
Like a yeah, man, we're going for a ride.
Yeah, he'd be a lot more chill.
So for the quirkiness of it as well,
What was that, sorry?
for the quirkiness of it,
Okay.
me personally, if I'm wanting to go past someone really fast,
Yeah.
in my helmet I am going meow when I go past someone.
Yeah.
What are you doing that? Just so none of your followers are alone in the crazy noises that people make in the helmets.
Yeah, I'll make daft noise. I mean, on my vlogs, I'm making daft noises anyway, like just randomly singing. But definitely, if you're going past someone fast, you go, yeah, or when it starts banging, like, shots fired.
Shots fired. Get down. So just going back to the BMW.
Yes.
I have noticed there are a few fairings missing. There's a back end of it that's missing. Can I ask what's the plans for it? What's going on? Is it getting turned into anything, or are you like upgrading anything on it at all?
So I've taken a few of the panels off. So my plan is, so with this bike, there are quite a few of them out. Although it is because the red, white, and black is more of a unique colour scheme with it.
Yep.
It's not me. It's not had my sort of touch to it. So to make it more in line with me, it's getting parts changed yellow.
Nice.
But they're getting wrapped, so it is completely reversible. But the yellow that I did on my track bike is the yellow that's going on here. So that's why it's semi-naked.
Do you have any videos relating to that track bike that anyone who wants to watch can go back to?
So I've got loads of videos of the actual rebuild of me completely stripping it back down.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So I took it. It was just brought it in the house and took it straight back to frame. All the electronics and things were stripped out of it. So that is fully. I've documented all of that. I don't have any videos of me actually riding it on track.
Yeah.
So funny story with that one. I actually put the mount on the back of the bike. And because I'd been messing with everything, obviously something was going to go wrong no matter how much I tested it prior to this track day. I got it down to pit lane, so I got it out of the paddock, out of the garage into pit lane, went to set off, and the clutch wasn't engaging. So it was basically, there was a little bolt in the worm drive that I'd over tightened by about a quarter of a turn, which meant the clutch wasn't engaging. When I was stood on pit lane, everyone was like, "Go on then, go on, it's all right, lads, go on, you've got it." And like everyone was like nudging me and being really encouraging. Well, I couldn't go anywhere, so I was just sort of like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" And then I had a massive like huff, and I was like, "Piece of beep." Swung my leg off the back and booted the camera flying. So the bike got wheeled back in. Obviously, got it sorted quite quickly, but my camera just got yeeted to the moon. So
just got the throw your padding, throw your toys out the pram, but nothing nothing good or
nothing else. So sadly, no footage of that. But there's little snippets, but that's it.
Yeah, no, it's good that you've documented your bike from road to track.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have an interest in watching that.
Completely by me as well.
Well done.
No help, just a Haynes manual, which is the best thing in the world.
How was your track day? And have you done any since? And also, just to lead on from that, if you've got any advice for anyone that wanted to do their own and go on to tracks, what would you give them advice-wise?
So you've got the start of my track day, and that was that it was pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up missing the first and second session whilst trying to fix the jigsaw up. So I went in, I think we had 5 sessions in that day, so I was sneaking into session 3. Now I think if you've never been on track, you get a couple of laps with an instructor. So this is with no limits, I did mine.
Okay.
So you get a couple of laps with an instructor. So the advice I was given then, because we were at session 3, was go and find an instructor and get them to take you out. So I went and found someone to take me out. So they put a little bib on, a high vis bib that says I'm an extra learner. So I put that on, and this chap took me round. So he led, and if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think I went above sort of 60, 70 that first session.
Okay.
Because it was absolutely terrifying. So the way that they do the track days, they normally have like your beginners, inters, and advanced.
So you're not on your own?
Yeah, so you're sort of grouped with people of a similar ability. On that day, it was a Michelin tyre day, and there was a couple of the BSB boys were there.
Ah, right.
So everyone tried to obviously book in, and because the advanced session was full, people were booking into inters and like your novice groups when they really shouldn't have been in a novice group. So the first session that I went out with this chap, I literally had bikes like shoom, 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 shoom either side of me. Now, out on the road, I would say I'm a very competent rider, very confident, happy going into bends. But when you have bikes literally like a foot, 2 foot, both sides at the same time going past you, that's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
So, so we did the first session, and I was like, not sure if I'm a fan of this. So I said to the chap, I says, I'm really sorry to be that person, but can you come out with me on the next session? He was like, yeah, absolutely. Next session, loved it. It was complete, because I think I knew what to expect. I knew that there was going to be bikes shooting really close to me. I really, really enjoyed it. And then by the last session, I was flying. But I think advice-wise is just be prepared for absolute chaos, because it's really not like riding on the road. People say they feel safer on a track. I didn't feel safe on the track. I feel safe on the road with all the idiots. Because I think riding on the road, you give each other space. Like even if you're riding in a big group, like I've done rides with like 80, 100 people, you still have that space around you. You have that invisible barrier that people don't come so close to you. Whereas on a track day, obviously, that goes out the window. People don't follow the rules. Yeah. Just make sure that you take every tool you can possibly think of needing. And don't go in cocky. Just
ride your own.
Yeah, ride your own. It's not a race. You're not supposed to be timing yourself.
Yeah.
You will naturally progress during a day, and the instructors are there to literally help you. So they are more than happy. They do that job because they like being on track. So you're better off getting one of the instructors to go, oh, get on with this, and take you around. They'll show you the lines if you're not familiar with how the lines work on a track. They'll show you all of that. They'll tell you your braking markers. They'll teach you how to improve. Everything. So take advantage of the resources that are there and speak to more skilled riders in other classes and see how they take a corner or what sort of their braking markers is. Is that helpful? I don't know if that's helpful or not.
That is, yeah. Sounds like how to ride a bike on track.
How to. That's what that should be. Like a biker does a how to.
Yeah.
But do the opposite. No.
Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
So are you going to do another one?
100% yes. 100%. But not on the beam, I'll take the jigsaw on.
Or the Benelli?
Yeah.
Chuck that into corners. If Ashley will let you.
If Ashley will let me do it on my own bike.
Yeah. As well as doing the track days, you can obviously, you do a track day and you might damage your bike. If anyone has any worries, what would you say to them about that as well? As far as insurance, what would you get insurance wise?
So in regards to, so I didn't get any track day insurance.
Okay.
So the reason that I converted my jigsaw to track was because the most expensive part on that bike are the fairings. So to replace the fairings on my jigsaw, OEM, is about $2,500. Now
Sweet. That's a lot.
So the bike's not even barely worth that. So I just put some Chinese fairings on, sprayed them all, because the engine, to replace the engine, was only about £3,500.
Wow, that's a bit of a jump. Fairings.
Yeah.
To engine, yeah.
So in my opinion, it was like, well, if I've been in a bike, I'd rather protect the fairings than the engine, because I can replace that. But there's loads of different insurances. You can get track day insurance. You can't do it under your normal standard riding insurance, as in you can't claim if you do bin your bike?
I follow you on TikTok.
Woohoo!
And I subscribe to your YouTube channel,
Thank
That Girl
you
Biker.
very much. Making me blush.
Just
Thank you
plug
very
there.
much.
I've noticed that you do a lot of, well, you do a few ride outs. Are these ones that you've organised yourself or you've gone along with, you've been invited to? And are they CCs, are they included of everyone or are they specifically thousands, 500, 600, 125?
So there's a bit of a mix, really. So the ride outs that are on my YouTube, obviously, there's a couple of like solo rides or small group rides of like my friends and things like that. There are some bigger ones, so there's like up to 100 people that attend.
Wow, yeah.
There was yeah, I've done quite a few of them over the past few years, and when I do a big group ride, it is completely open to everyone. So whether you're on a 125 or 1,000, 1,800, everyone's welcome. So we normally do like a meet beforehand, so everyone will meet, say at the woods, and then we'll go off for a steady ride everywhere. But without putting rules in place, I'll sort of put rules in place as if to say, if you want to blast off in a group, if you know your big bikes want to blast off in a group, that's absolutely fine. I'll stay with 125s and things like that. I won't be blasting off. Just to sort of make everyone feel included and welcome. At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me whether it takes me an hour to get a bag of chips or 2 hours to get a bag of chips. I'm still going to get a bag of chips. And I ride a lot with Ashley, who you've seen on my channel on the 125, and that's been an experience riding solely with a 125.
Because let's be honest. Well, I'll be honest. Riding with a 125 takes a lot longer than you would riding with a 1,000 or 600. So I can appreciate a frustration of I just want to get there, but how do you go about organising rides for? Do you, like you say, you have to put rules in, or you just stipulations?
I think people sort of know what I'm like as a person in regards to the level of respect that I would expect if you come in on a ride with sort of me. If you go in at a slower pace, which you are going to if there's 80 to 100 bikes, just enjoy the scenery. Like, look around. There's loads of stuff that I've seen when I've been riding with Ashley that I've never seen before. Because normally it's like,
not just the pothole in the road.
Yeah, normally I bounce over the pothole. Now I can actually see and plan ahead and go around it. But it's just about respect, and I think the biker community do respect each other. As long as you're on two wheels, you're a biker. And I think that community spirit that especially is present in my sort of ride outs means that people aren't just flying off and leaving others 10 miles behind. There is, when I've ridden with Ashley before, I have sort of said, on the comms, do you mind if I blast off? I really love this. Love this road. Can I blast off? Do not turn off this road unless you see me sat at a junction. So just follow it, and I'll have a quick blast off and then I'll wait. But if he takes longer than he should, I'll go and find him, because you've got to be very aware of looking after newer riders and people who are
not knowing the road as well.
Yeah, people that are not as experienced as you. You need to take care of them. Take them under your wing.
Because we've all been there, we've all learned. You all have to pass your test at some point.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I did a year time served on a 125, so I know that.
But on your ride outs, do you get many women on your ride outs? Different ages as well?
Ages, yeah, we get every age, every single age. Women, I think the women that we get attending the rides is representational of the percent of women in the biker world. So we'll get a handful of women.
More men than
more men
than women. There is a bit of a stigma when it comes to women and bikes. Well, I understand it as it's a man's world, but I want to get your opinion on it, your view, how you'd combat it if anyone said anything out of turn, and what your opinion would be on it.
So I think I've been quite lucky, really. So I've never really experienced it being a man's world. because I think I was just sort of accepted straight into it. Now, let's just think how to word this, because it's like one of them, you have to be very careful of how you word it. So,
well, shall I pull from my experience that I don't have a lot of female biker friends?
yeah.
You are one of the first people that I ever messaged and basically said, hey, can we be friends? Because I don't have a lot of female biker friends. And yeah, and then here we are.
Yeah.
But I don't really know many, and the ones that I do tend to be on their own or in a group of men that then don't want another female biker in there.
So I've never really had that experience of it being a man's world in regards to not being welcome on a bike. I've just sort of got accepted into it, but I think my personality sort of helps that. I'm maybe a little bit more bantery and have a laugh, and I would say quite down to earth and happy to just get on with a group of lads. Now, the flip side that I have experienced it is more with the mechanics of a bike. So I have had quite a few people that, if I say that something's wrong with my bike,
so people think you don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, and giving advice is absolutely amazing. Like, advice helps all of us.
Yeah.
But I think there are some people out there that rather than that, if it was a man, they wouldn't word it in that way, and they wouldn't. I think they doubt my technical ability because I am female.
Yeah.
So they'll talk. They'll maybe not think I'm capable of fixing a bike. And I feel like my mechanical and technical knowledge has to be a lot stronger, and I have to be a lot more knowledgeable than if I was a bloke just coming into it. But do you know what? It absolutely doesn't bother me. Stuff like that. It's just.
Do you feel like you have to point out
perception.
that you know you've got a bit of knowledge about mechanics, rather than them just assuming that you don't?
No, I just let them go on with it.
And
I just let them.
and then you correct them later down the line, like, actually.
Yeah. So normally, what I'll do if someone comes out with, and they'll go through like a big, oh, this, and this, and this, and this, and then I'll be like, oh, well, actually, I would have done it this way. You know, it's a lot easier.
The curveball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but I don't feel that that doesn't impact my experience. That doesn't make me feel any less in the community. It doesn't make me feel like it's a man's world. That's just what they're used to. Like, that's just how it's always been. There is statistically less female bikers than male, and it's been like that forever. We've got more now than ever, so men are adjusting as much as we have to adjust, and I don't feel like, no, long story short, I don't feel like it's a man's world.
Good. Just getting on to that again, with the clothes, there's not a lot of female clothes out there, so you either have to go custom made, or you have to buy like a guy's trousers but a different size to fit yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a company or a brand or some sort of bike gear that you definitely would recommend to a female biker that's trying to find something to fit and something to wear?
No.
Just try everything on.
Yeah, the reason that it's no is because I've not found anything that fits well. There's my one pieces are kids.
Right, okay.
That's
didn't know that. But yeah,
my one pieces are kids. It's baggy and bulky. The shoulder pads are out here, so it makes me look like a bloke. It's just not nice. The only trousers that I've ever found to fit. Bear in mind, for the viewers, I am incredibly short. I am short, so I maybe struggle more than most. Alpine Star Stella Jag trousers, they seem to be quite short and slim. And jacket, there was a Revit jacket, they went quite small, and that's basically the only two items that I've ever found that have fit. So sorry guys, no.
Moving on to something a little bit less serious and stigma-wise.
Yay!
We'll move on to some quick fire questions.
Oh my god, let me get on the edge of my seat.
Chain lube or tyre shine?
What?
You gotta have chain lube or tyre shine.
Well, you don't put tyre shine on a bike. You put tyre shine on a
I don't know,
bike?
it says it here, mate. I'm just reading a question here. Don't shoot the questionnaire.
You need to shoot whoever wrote them questions for you.